So, I mean, this book is full of wonderful, inspiring stories like this. Um, Finally, Trevor, what do you want to achieve through the publication of the book?
I think very simply that, I mean, Steve talked about my background. I'm not an academic. My first love in life was farming before God called me into ministry. And I used to look at people who went overseas and I thought, they're something special. Maybe they are something special. But I think the message is that if you're willing, God can use anybody to do what it is he's calling them to do. And if I can do it through God's help, anybody can. And just encourage people that if God has called them to do something, just to get up and go ahead and do it.
And Steve, for people who are going to read this book, what do you think they'll receive in their hearts when they read this story?
Well, first of all, I think it's a gripping read. There's a whole range of stuff. I think if you're interested in East Africa, then hopefully you're on a Murray Road every now and again and you get into the culture and some of the engagements that Trevor had and trying to deal with neighbors or trying to deal with tax or business or whatever else. There's some cultural things there that would be interesting for anybody that you might not even be interested in the real story, which is a story of somebody who followed God. I think for me, it was a Fields of Life story. I stood at the opening of the school that Fitzroy helped to fund in 2015. And I remember clearly looking across at the school, which is it's incredible to see what a congregation in Northern Ireland can do with just a tenth of what we paid for our own halls. So there's tangible hope right across from me. And I'm looking at that, very emotional probably on the day. And then I can remember I had met Trevor just briefly in his church a few months before it. And I remember saying in the speech, and because one guy from Ireland came and started Fields of Life, I've had the privilege of becoming part of this particular story today. And I would love to hear his story, is what I said in that speech. Little did I know that I'd be locked up in a flat in Kampala for 6 weeks, actually reading and trying to shape that story into a story that I think will grip people as they read it. But ultimately, if they're listening, they will get this amazing story of somebody who just trusted, who put his hand to the plow and didn't look back, and who lived life in all its fullness, both here in Uganda since that, and continues to watch what God set in motion through him, growing a great harvest. As I said to Trevor at the 25th, not many farmers get this kind of harvest.
Well, congratulations on the book, and congratulations on the collaboration of writing it together, because I think that's a wonderful thing to do, to collaborate on a book together as well. And yeah, From Killing Fields to Fields of Life by Trevor Stevenson and Steve Stockman sounds like the perfect gift this Christmas to me.
Absolutely.